I am Marty Smith, and I am a retired English-German teacher, 37 years of teaching. Now I have a horse rescue called Bountiful Equine Rescue Ranch. I always had a horse. I've had a horse since I was 10 years old. And when I retired, I helped save 3 thoroughbreds and a yearling. And I thought, this is a lot of fun. I will do this for a living. So since then, I've been running a rescue ranch. I met Jeremy, after I started getting a lot of horses in my rescue, and they all had problems, and they were all dangerous, and they would bite and kick. And so I got into natural horsemanship. And Jeremy was one of those people that had seminars on natural horsemanship. And he had one at the Universal, and I went to it. It was on trailer loading. And we sat and watched him for a long, long time, and I was so impressed. Not because he got the horse in the trailer, but because he didn't get the horse in the trailer. And he didn't care. He said, this horse is not ready to go into the trailer. And I thought, oh my gosh, there is a guy that treasures what the horse thinks, not what his reputation is going to say about him not being able to load a horse. And I was so impressed with that. And then when I got the Jelly and Dakota, I needed a trainer because we worked with them for 4 years, and now they're ready to be ridden, and I'm too old to ride. So I called around. Everybody I called said, you should talk to Jeremy Watt. He's the best. So I was afraid he wouldn't even take us, but he said he would, and he spent 3 whole weeks every Monday coming and loading my horses, taking his time, took the time it took to get them into the trailer so that they wanted to go in, not just so that they were forced to go in or scared to go in. So he was so calm, and I loved the way his voice was so soothing, and the horses really responded to him. I have a lot of horses that I work with every day, but Jelly is, his name is Red Pepper Jelly, and he's one of the most sensitive horses I've ever worked with. He is so sensitive, and because he can be very dangerous. And he can run over people because he freaks out and gets scared. And Jeremy is helping me work with that and learn how to use focus points on his shoulder or his hind end to make him relax or to make him move out of my space. Also, when I lead him around, he's helping me get him so he doesn't push me. Because he is so sensitive, he comes to me really close for protection, and that's dangerous. So Jeremy has helped me with subtle ways of blocking him so he thinks he's made a mistake and it's not me correcting him, so that the horse thinks that, oh, I shouldn't do that. I won't do that again, and then he backs off. Yeah, so those are the kind of things, just safety is the main issue I came for. I've done a lot of work with natural horsemanship, and so what he's helping me do is fine-tune all the things that I've been working with all these last few years to learn how to do this. And I think one of the things he does is has me practice the different ways of the pressure points. So they're like 4 different pressure things, and he's taught me that the 4 different pressure points are different for every horse. For example, with my horse, this little like that is pressure. And if for Dakota, the other horse we work with, you have to beat the whip on the ground really hard to get the focus. And he's helped me learn how to be much more calm around my sensitive horse and give him the time to think about what he's going to do and let him think and decide if he's going to do it, instead of me always making him do it. I would highly recommend Jeremy because he is so patient and he takes the time it takes. We brought him here to be ridden, and they haven't been ridden yet because they're not ready, especially my really sensitive horse, Jelly. He gets so sweated up when he gets the saddle on, and they're not going to force him to be ridden until he's totally calm. I think that I would recommend him for anyone who's learning to ride, because he talks about what the horse needs in order to be a good, safe horse. He knows what to tell the rider step by step how to get the horse to do things by the horse wanting to do it, not by us forcing the horse to do it. And that's, when I grew up, that's the way we trained horses. We made them do stuff. We got a stronger bit or a stronger curb or something. But when Jeremy talks about it, it's like you get the horse to want to do it because he wants to do it. And my horse Jelly loves to please. He loves to do the right thing. And so that's why Jeremy helps me so much, because he helps me see that. I think what I have worked with quite a few other natural horsemanship trainers, and I would say he's one of the best I've ever worked with. He doesn't yell at me. He doesn't overcorrect me. He waits, and he's very soft-spoken, which I really appreciate. He takes the time it takes for me too to figure out which way to go, and he asks me questions, and I like that about him because he's much more mellow than other trainers I've worked with. But I think that he has made me more aware of relaxing and giving the horse more freedom to make its own decisions and to have its own result of his actions instead of just bullying them around.